Hello, beautiful people. My name is David Vieira. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie Medeiros. Welcome to another Redox Reaction, aka Tony Tuesdays.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Abe and Charlie, how y'all doing?
We're good. We just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Woo!
So thank you everyone who has been supporting us. We really appreciate it. And the turnout for Sopranos was crazy.
It was.
Clearly, this is a lot of you guys' favorite show, like ever. And I'm excited to find out why. So
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people really love the show. It seems like a classic. So we're excited to kind of, way too late be getting into the Sopranos, but it's cool because you guys get to see our reaction throughout the entire thing. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a marathon. 86 episodes.
Crazy.
That's going to take us, I think,
Wow.
until next year to finish this. It's going to take us a while.
Somehow.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us a while. So we'll have to.
I did not stop to think about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a while. It's gonna be a while. So, but we'll see. We'll see how we
What did
get
we
on.
do? Is this the right decision?
Yes, it is.
We're
Yeah.
sticking to it. We're
Yes,
sticking
it
to
is.
it. Yeah,
We're
we'll be all right.
We are sticking to it.
Yes.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Facts.
Yes, that's what a lot of you have said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But-
Also, I feel left out. I'm wearing freaking graphic tee and you guys are wearing like freaking button downs.
Oh, it just came out of work.
Just,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
also just
I had one on earlier. I should have just kept it on.
So you don't work?
Whatever.
Is that what you're telling us?
No, I got home early than you guys.
Lucky boy. Well, some
So
of us
I
don't get the luxury to change it to
Put on
comfort
my
clothes.
lounging clothes at home. you know.
Ooh,
All right.
lounging clothes.
Well,
I don't know.
too bad.
From Succession, if you watched our Succession reactions, we would read some comments from previous videos and bring it to the table. So from last Sopranos video, y'all were going off in the comments, which was
Facts.
amazing
Yes.
to see and get your perspective specifically on the duck scene. That was a lot of people were helping us and giving us their interpretation and their perspective on how that scene was written. So yeah, it was dope to see a lot of comments. But Abe, you got a couple comments for us?
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll read that first since Davio was mentioning the ducks and the church, the symbolism there. We talked about that. So this comment comes from Dylan Blue. The church was about immigrant experience and life being more comfortable for children. Parents, grandparents come to America with nothing and with their own hands build something lasting and meaningful for the community. And then moving down the generations, people get more comfortable and wealthier and they appreciate such things less. It's about change in values as generations become more affluent. I thought that was really good because the church was one that I was like, what does this mean? Like, what does this mean for Tony? So it was like an opportunity for him to kind of stop and appreciate. I think with the ducks, we kind of understood that it was like life, family, and there's that kind of symbolism within that. But the church was a really interesting one. So thanks for that insight. Another one comes from Post Shauna. This is the OG anti-hero Badman TV show. It kicked off the whole prestige TV era. Without it, there's no Don Draper, Walter White, etc. Occasionally, some of it can be dated, but just remember the time it premiered. Overall, it's landmark TV that everyone should watch. Unforgettable characters, impeccable writing, not to mention how funny it is. Enjoy. Good. I'm glad that it's funny because we just came from watching Succession and now we're watching Barry too. So we're getting a lot of comedy elements, which is good.
Facts.
But that's dope to see where some of our favorite bad guy characters came from, right? Like Walter White.
Where their inspiration is from.
Yeah, exactly. It was like brilliant writing to me of that character. So to see kind of where maybe that inspiration comes from is going to be super cool to see. All right, last comment here, just to address what Charlie was mentioning. This comes from LA Sports Live. LOL, I just started watching The Sopranos, just started season 2. If y'all are committed to it, I will stop and watch along. Yes, stop and watch along because we are committed, Charlie, and you, LA Sports Live, excuse me. We will be watching this entire thing. So please stop and watch along with us because it's going to be great. One PSA before we get started. If you do not have time to watch this entire reaction and you just want to get to our discussion, we are on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. So please find our link to that in the description. We will be on there as well. If you only want to catch us on podcast format, then you can find us on those platforms.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Whatever the hell
I
that
was
was.
just excited. Episode 2.
Let's go.
Don't put that back. Oofa.
I love the accent, bro.
his stability.
Gosh.
Old school $100 bills.
The head to crime families.
Lifting weights.
So, cheer me up, babe. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I love how they like reference Pacino and like the mob movies and all that. Like I love it.
But you know, the heyday, you know, the golden age, or whatever of the mob, that's gone. And that's never coming back.
See these egos, how they take that.
Ah, phenomenal.
Yeah.
What happened? They paid this Caqueron by the word. So, did you hear what I told him? Told him I went over for a blowjob. Your mother was working the bomb bank session at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God.
Someone's always going to surface to serve these needs. Always.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
That was
Yo.
super interesting.
That was a great intro.
Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting was they repeated like 2 times. Like he told that joke about his mom and the Eiffel Tower or whatever. He said it to him and then he turned around and said it again. And then I don't know the characters' names yet, but he got up and did that Pacino thing twice.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I don't know if there's anything to that, but I thought that was interesting.
So what I'm trying to understand now is that this is, the peak mob, mafia is done. Like it's
Yeah, this is
impossible. This is
post-peak.
post-peak.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder now.
Right.
The culture has changed. A lot of things
Well,
have.
if you remember like Tony's monologue when he's entering the first episode, he was talking about, I feel like I'm coming in at the end
Yeah.
of something, right? Like of something good. And I think that was kind of setting up like, it was great to think of myself as a mob boss, but now that I'm here, I realize that it's kind of, it's not the best time to be in this kind of business. And, I mean, I don't know for a fact that that's exactly what it is, but it sounds like something has changed and it's not as positive as it once was.
And so Tony's here to revive the mob.
Yeah, we'll see. Or
I think he's just
going
trying to
down with it.
survive.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
But for them, they didn't seem like they were putting stock into any of that. You know what I mean? Like they were like, oh, these guys are idiots. Like, what are they talking about? Whatever. So I don't know. I love that logo.
It's a great theme, by the way.
This has happened in Goodfellas too, didn't it?
I can't remember.
Right in the intro, no?
ED plays him back?
Don't hurt me, man.
Only people get hurt the ones who try to be fucking jerk-offs.
I think I recalled this happening in Goodfellas and they beat the guy and stuff him in
I
the
think
trunk.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
Without being fired.
You want to be scathed?
Yeah, so it looks like I didn't give up without a struggle.
Oh, fuck.
No, I got punched.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna keep going.
Scathed.
Did the sound effects get better?
They're slightly less
Slightly.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
I think there was
Someone did say that like there was a huge gap between the first episode and the second episode being made. So
Oh, really? Time-wise?
Yeah, it was before it was the pilot, so they were waiting to get picked up.
yeah.
What are you getting in science?
D plus.
See what I can do.
That's not what I meant. He's got to work for his grades.
First at first, a ghostly whatever. Water. Shade a pill. I'm going back to bed.
Vibes.
What a dawn. Gets up, says what's up, goes back to bed. Oh,
And then goes to a strip club.
here we are.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to start counting if there's an episode that doesn't have a strip club. 2 for 2 so far.
Tone, these new phone systems hold conference. Sometimes I get confused.
How complicated is it? You answer the phone, you take the fucking message. The voicemail only comes on if you let the phone ring. I hear there's not as many titles available as on Laser.
Oh, you know, there's more coming now.
My attorney told me the picture's not that different from the Laser reader, Tom.
So they flipping boom boxes?
I guess, or DVD players, right? Isn't that what they
Oh
got
yeah,
from
DVD.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering the first episode where you had like a
Boombox.
Yeah.
I was just gonna come look at it. It's the guy. For you.
Serge? Serge.
He didn't transfer.
I'm sorry, Tony.
I was gonna say you should have just gone to that phone.
Yeah, let me
Something's
turn the
burning
heat
back
off
there.
under these mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, mushrooms?
What is she doing now?
Oh man, she's gonna forget about the thing that's
yeah.
cooking, no? Yep. And start a fire.
Oh my God!
Ma.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
No, oh my god, oh
Well,
my
she's
god.
not. She doesn't want to get close to it.
That's bad. Bad idea.
Mushrooms! They're on fire!
All right, Ma, get the fire extinguisher under the sink. The one I...
Oh, she's showing signs of Alzheimer's, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, or
dementia.
or something. Yeah.
Okay, good. They got whew,
House is still
concerned for a
intact.
second. I was concerned.
Talk about going to the retirement community.
I wish you would let me get somebody in here to help you. You shouldn't be alone.
Or at least, yeah.
Yeah.
So poor Ruby, bro. I want to see if something's wrong with her.
You can pause it. You can pause it.
Let me grab. Let me grab.
I've never seen her cry.
Nah, she's crying a lot. Like, nah, I'm concerned that something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. She's supposed to come in.
She's bugging that. I only saw her for like 5 minutes.
You were crying so much. Let me take this off, okay?
You're gonna distract me.
Ruby, come here. Come here. There you go. Lay down.
Say hello. Say hello.
Say hi, girl.
Ruby has joined us. That's why we paused the show.
Yeah. She was crying.
She was crying outside the door. She just wanted to be part. She just wants to watch it. She knows it's a great show. So here we go, Ruby.
You ready? We continuing?
Leave this place that my husband and I shared.
Well, change can be a positive.
He was a saint.
You think she misremembers him? Because Tony mentioned that his dad was no good, I think, right?
Yeah, but I think it's like after he dies and you just remember the good, or like she's
Right.
the good. But maybe,
also
maybe she's misremembering. She has signs of dementia or whatnot. And yeah.
Why BMW's charges for pay?
She's watching.
He's watching.
That is the cutest thing ever.
Girl.
Whatever, the coffee shop. I guess the guy works there.
Did you see the poster?
Yeah.
The strip club poster? The name of it?
Yeah.
What was it?
Deep Throat Quest or something like that?
Fucking Italian people. How do we miss out on this? What? Fucking espresso, cappuccino. We invented this shit. These fucks had nothing. They ate pootsie before we gave them the gift of our cuisine.
He's back.
So she finally agreed to have somebody come in days.
Good.
They sent over this Trinidadian woman.
But she's a racist.
Yeah, that first, We saw the scene with the post office.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
How she was staring the woman down.
I see.
Maybe I read too much into that mailman thing, but that was my instinct.
Yeah, I thought that too.
What were some of the good experiences you remember as a child? The loving, warm ones.
Stumped him.
Oh.
I'm the ungrateful fuck because I come here and I complain about her and I let my wife exclude her from my home.
He's guilt tripping himself.
Yeah. Well, this is the cultural guilt.
Yeah, it's the. I feel like that's something we all relate to.
Like working hard and putting food on the table is being good.
Yeah.
Enough.
Being warm, that's what matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
that's what he's feeling.
In reality, like if you're a parent, that's the
bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Get one thing straight. In the hours you're here taking care of my mother, no ganja, okay?
Oh my God. I'm so done.
So how's it going today?
She's still.
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah.
Tell him to leave comedy trucking alone.
Didn't know it was.
I love those two shots.
I know, dude, those.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little wide and they pan in closer, but it's low.
You want my DVD player? You can watch Grumpy Old Men.
You're gonna be a fucking funny boy too now, huh?
Hey!
It's not eye level. I love
lower,
that. It's lower. I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's like you're looking up at them because they're like authority, like they have power.
Yep, exactly.
You should get a man out of a sick bed.
Hey, fuck that shit.
Reminds me of Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, what he does is he moves them to the left or the right of the frame, which is very interesting. This one, they're center.
I wish somebody tell my bowels because they don't obey. And a fucking chemo. Maybe I should name a successor.
Does he have cancer?
I think he said something about chemo, right? So
yeah. Naming a successor. I'm starting to get names like that's Jackie, right? And that's Uncle June. But like, I know they're related. I don't know. He's not related. I'm just trying to piece together the families because I feel like that's gonna be the hardest part.
Hey, Mikey, that's the boy. What boy's that, Tone? The one you sleep with. It's too bad they don't have a telethon for fuckface-itis, huh? They found a cure yet? Come on, you're a good sport. Come on.
Punch him in the face.
All right. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. You all right? You all right? You all right? Yeah, I'll see you later.
I thought that was gonna turn like
tension was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hurt.
He's out here studying,
He's hurt.
Like,
He's hurt.
He just opened his own little cafe, Italian cafe.
Oh, coffee is yours.
that was a bad.
He said, "This is my culture. Screw y'all."
That's it!
Oh
What
no.
happened?
And you know that's a common thing to happen. That's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
These blacks.
Like it happens a lot.
Got all the classic spots, bro. Strip clubs, butcheries.
Yeah.
Now a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Restaurants. Like I'm saying, those are classic places for mobs
the
to
mob,
do,
Yeah,
like,
for mobs. Yeah.
stuff. Always in the back room of those places.
Everybody knows you really run things since Jackie became the Kimosabi.
Ooh, who's gonna get it?
Open the fucking door!
right into the meat.
So I think they hit the car, the truck that ends up like Uncle Junior is responsible for. So he has to pay restitution.
So is it basically like both of their sides clashing with each other, like running into each other?
What's that? Yeah, but they're part of the same family.
No, but I'm saying his guys like stopped the guy on the truck. Did they know that was Uncle Junior?
No, I don't think they did.
I don't think they knew. But like the run-ins and stuff. Like,
yeah. It's adding to the tension.
Yep. Oh.
We ain't saying shit until there's an attorney present. Go ahead. Make a statement.
I got fucking Johnny Cochran right here for you.
Jeez.
One of you stays with us while the other goes out on the street and boosts another satin.
Are they gonna give him a car that's not his? He's gonna know.
Once I can't drive.
Oh my goodness.
This is not gonna be good. Oh what? Oh okay.
She's still driving, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
another pain in the ass.
Oh, I thought she was dead. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Her doctor and the staff gerontologist, they're saying that she shouldn't live alone anymore. She can't manage the telephone.
And if she can't realize that after almost burning down the house and then
stubborn.
running somebody over, I know she's stubborn. Like he's been telling her she has to be in a home or have someone caretaking. But
right, kid just can't be a black person apparently.
Yeah.
But what are you saying? That unconsciously she tried to whack her best friend?
It's interesting that you would even take that from what I said.
Mob mentality.
Back up. Scorsese, good evening.
oh god.
Marty! Cool down.
Wait, was that actually?
That's actually him. That looked like actually looked like
Man
him.
made a cameo.
He said, "You guys doing a mob show?" Yeah,
I'm in.
I love that.
You gave a fucking cousin Cartier dinner rings and you give me a vibrating chair?
Your wife never showed any.
Man's pissed.
Oh my gosh.
You listen to me now. Before you do any more serious damage to yourself or your grandchildren's inheritance, you're gonna stop living alone right now.
I'm not going to that nursing home.
Green Grove is a retirement community, and it's more like a hotel at Captain Teeb's. And she says she's got a corner suite available with a woods view. It's available now, but it's gonna go fast.
Of course it's available. Somebody died. And kill me now. Go into the ham and take the carving knife and stab me here. Now, please. It would hurt me less than what you just said.
You know, I know seniors that are inspired.
Wow.
Jeez.
Maybe one reason why things are so fucked up in the organization these days is guys running off, not listening to middle management.
Fuck Tony. That's a quote.
We have to stick together. Why be in a crew? Why be a gangster?
So he's coming around to the fact that they need to respect Tony and all that, and the other guy is going to go against him.
Help over here!
Something's going to go wrong here.
They're probably expecting this.
Cool. No props here. Increase the peace. That's our motto.
I'm gonna take my lunch, okay?
Oh, he's gonna have a gun.
The reason I say is because there was a Dutch tilt there, and the first episode when they're chasing the guy in the car, there's one right there before the whole interaction. So usually signals something's wrong.
Yeah.
Jeez. Control your shit, fool.
Oh, that hit him, bro.
Fuck! Fuck, Junior fucking Sopranos gonna go in. Shit. Fuck!
Yikes. Well, you should have listened, my
There
guy.
it is.
You know, when my grandmother went to live elsewhere, we weren't allowed to bring personal effects.
She is not having it.
No, she is not.
Mr. Soprano, do you have an Uncle Junior?
Oh, boy.
You tracked me down here?
Apparently it's urgent. She said he sounded upset. My aunt used to go, col tempo la foglia, di gelso diventa senta.
What does that mean, Bonnie?
Time and patience. Change the mulberry leaf to silk.
Oh, this actress is great, bro. She's got the biggest stank face ever.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
T, don't get mad. Been a little shit. I had nothing to do with it, just so you
Spit it out.
Brendan hit calmly again.
You what?
And, the driver, you know,
No, I don't know.
he caught some friendly fire or something, and, he's gone.
It's the last thing he needed right now because
Yeah. Shit's just hitting the fan everywhere.
his uncle's been pissed already, and he's gonna want to come after him full force now, probably.
Just so long as you realize I had nothing to do with this, Tone.
Tone, that's true. He stood home.
Shut up. Do anything to stop it? Did you offer any guidance? What do we mean when we say leadership?
Tone, part of it's the crank. You know, but I'm going into the detox. Swear my mother.
Brendan, shut the fuck up. You want to get me clipped?
I mean, He did tell him not to do it. That they needed to respect Tony.
Yeah, but he should have done something. He should have warned him or whatever.
Should have followed him.
Tom, what if this didn't go back? Problem? I thought I was out. Pull me back in.
Oh my God.
Doing it again.
It's a different color.
Wow.
Different car.
Oh, they
My dad's a
repainted
hero.
it.
Repainted it, or is that blood?
What's that? Yeah, I think that was blood.
Maybe. Yeah.
Blood. Oh no, it could have been.
I thought-
Blood would have
I
been
thought it was-
dried. No.
Well, the car was busted up, right? So they fixed it, and they probably had to do another paint job.
No. So what they had to do, he said, find another Saturn. They were gonna take those plates off because they lifted the plates.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
put on their car. So I think he said lift another Saturn, and then put the plates on. So maybe
So
they
they
took
probably
parts
found, or maybe they found another Saturn that wasn't the same color.
inside. Probably not. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Just like kind of connects with the church because it's about family and whatever.
So every time there's some sort of change, he gets affected. He gets starts to panic.
Yeah.
It's hard to admit that you might have feelings of hatred towards your own mother, isn't it?
You're out of your tree.
Dang, it's like when everyone just confronts him or makes him feel a little bit uncomfortable, tries to challenge him, he's like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Life.
You know,
It needs to be acknowledged.
it's a good thing time is up. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
It's like this in the therapy session. It's also like this out in the field when he's working with the mob.
This is a super different mob story.
Yeah.
Because everything else, you just get a plot line of like, you know, the actual like mob stuff and the action that's going through it. And
You get some of the family stuff, but not like this.
You get some of the family stuff. There's always like some sort of family drama or something, but you don't get like personal shit like this.
Definitely not a mob, boss in the therapy session.
Right.
Is that an operator or an answering machine?
He doesn't know how to
He's
use
still
the phone
struggling.
bro. Imagine like 20 years later when there's iPhones. This man is hella confused today.
Jesus.
Hello?
Oh, he's gonna break it.
Beat him with the phone, bro. They just slowly got back into the dance.
She's still looking at him on the ground.
Bro,
I'm so dead.
I want to ask you guys what specifically stood out to you in this episode. For me, it was, I think definitely what I said right at the end was were times where Tony is getting confronted with stuff in the past, or not even just in the past, just something that he's not used to. Because I feel like he's always felt like he's been at the top. He's worked his way up to the top. When he gets confronted with something, he always deflects. He's so defensive about it. I think he just can't accept change, but also he can't accept that shoot, we're all imperfect and we all got flaws.
I think he also has a control issue.
Yeah.
And when he loses control of something, I feel like he gets pushed up against the wall and he lashes out. Like kind of with the Uncle Junior situation, and then you got his mom and all of this, like and then like he's projecting his anger and like focusing it towards something. That's why we see him beat the dude with the phone at the end of the episode. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like again, with the Ducks, like he didn't have control of the fact that they were leaving. And like all of a sudden, he either lashes out or he like loses consciousness, has a panic attack, whatever. So it's kind of crazy to see.
Yeah, he like easily gets irritated, and it just he has no self-control, not at all. He can't control himself.
I think it's more than that. It's more like he has so much stress going on in his life.
Yeah,
like there's so much going on that he doesn't know how to cope with all the stress, and I think that's very clear from the start, right? Like there's so many things that he's up against that. He likes being the boss. He likes, having the money and whatever, but like stress is becoming clearly way too much for him.
We got 6 seasons of this. 6, 8? I don't know how many seasons, but
I was going to say, I wonder if we're ever going to get any sort of backstory to explain why he's feeling this way. Because part of me wants to think like that maybe in his rise to the position that he's in now, he did have that control. He had full control of everything and people would respond to him. But now that it's starting to slip away a little bit and things are changing in his life, he's having problems coping with it. So I don't know. I would be curious to see if there's any sort of like, backstory to how we got to this.
To me, it feels like the backstory is being told through the therapy sessions, and we're getting that insight that way.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see, like, when. I'm hoping that there's gonna be some sort of like therapy breakthrough, like more than just like, oh, now you're on Prozac and like whatever. Like him actually being able to give in to the things she's prodding at and the things she's addressing head on, and he just deflects and doesn't address and whatever. Because I think then we'll be able to kind of get into the root of why he is the way that he is. Because I don't think he's really dug deep enough in there yet. He's got comfortable talking about his problems, but I don't think he's there yet with being honest with her and himself about everything that's going on.
That is true. I think a big role is his family and growing up. His mother and his relationship with his mother and relationship with his father.
And the culture.
And the culture as well. And that's something that we're very familiar with, being, children of immigrant families. We know that can be a lot of pressure. There is a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
And then let alone, taking up the family mantle, the business, like that's a whole other ball of wax, right? Like you gotta live up to legacies. Like you gotta live up to, what your dad did, your grandfather, your uncle, your whatever. Like everyone's looking to you as the next in line. Like that's crazy, and let alone you have to deal with, your aging mom who, just throws like, I don't even know what it is, but it's just like hurt and sadness into his path, like constantly. I'm trying to think of a positive thing that she said to him. Like anything.
I don't think from the beginning, I don't think she said something positive to him.
I mean, I don't know.
And that's why when he was in that therapy session and he was like, tell me something warm about your mother.
Right.
He couldn't
think of
couldn't recall anything.
Yeah. But he's so like ingrained in the culture that he can't break out of this to acknowledge the fact that his mom is being horrible towards him and his upbringing maybe wasn't as good as he thinks.
The reason why, because it was engraved in the culture. They came here from boats.
Respect your parents. They came here. They worked hard. They put food on the table. Done. Like, and that's the gold standard, right? Like that's what makes your parent a good parent. Like, obviously, I feel like most parents would probably agree. That's definitely part of it, but there's way more beyond that goes into being a parent. So I don't think, in this culture that's something that's recognized. You know what I mean? Talking to your kid about their problems, seeing what's going on, like acknowledging your kid when they're doing something good. Doesn't seem like Tony got any of that. So I think he's so used to it that he has no realization that that's not normal, right? Even though he treats his kids different. Like
he does. He tries to do it differently.
Yeah.
Because I think he knows. I think he just doesn't want to say it out loud.
Right. And you can see the therapist saying like, you can't admit this to yourself, but you know it. And like she knows that he knows. Yeah. But it's like voicing that is super important because then you can start taking action to make peace with it and get better mentally or whatnot.
Yeah. As Ruby continues to lick my hand.
Ruby.
She was pretty attentive at one point of the show.
The beginning, she was, because you know why? There was like faint dogs barking in the background. And she was
yeah. It was like grilling the TV.
Yeah.
Whenever she hears dogs barking, she goes crazy.
Yeah. Another thing I was super impressed with this episode was the cinematography.
Oh my God.
It's so
insane.
good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Especially the dialogue. It keeps you so into it. And I love the way they frame. Again, it's when they do the round table. It's always done so well. I love it.
And it's super, like all the camera angles are super intentional to what's happening to the story.
Yeah.
It's called the
Dutch tilt.
The Dutch tilt.
Yep. Right before the truck
scene.
thing. Yep.
Yeah. So it's dope. It's super classic cinematography film. Like a lot of the classic things that you would see that point to some sort of power dynamic or some sort of shift in the story or anything. That's what we're seeing.
It's definitely like a show. I feel like a lot of professors would show students and be like, yo, this is a blueprint of like TV that people should see. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting that from it.
Oh,
it's the blueprint.
This is very like educational for like filmmaking, TV show writing.
Yep.
I would even say just filmmaking naturally, because like this is a much more cinematic TV show than your average show, right? So, yeah, no, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, Charlie, what else stood out to you in this episode specifically? Any character dynamics that stood out to you?
I mean, the feud between Tony and his uncle, it just seems like it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper, especially with after that scene with the truck. So, I don't know, like, it seems like his uncle is very adamant about doing whatever it takes to get rid of Tony. Like, I don't think he really cares for him much. I think he cares more about, his business operating correctly, and which is crazy.
But I
crazy
think
family dynamic. Like, I thought,
yeah,
just being family, there would be at least some sort of boundary there. But we saw in the previous episode his uncle driving his mom and telling her, like, we got to do something about Tony or whatever. It's like, damn, bro, like, he's your nephew. Yeah. Jeez. But
you can tell, like, it's a different generation and they're acting different. They're doing different things.
Yeah.
And that's why he's saying that, because she can relate. She's from that era. They're of the same mind.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's completely different to them. So that's why they're kind of attacking that. One other thing on the same question that you asked Charlie, one dynamic that I'm super interested in is Christopher. I'm super interested in, because he has this pull and push of, like, do I really want to listen to what Tony's saying? Do I want to follow everything that I've been working towards, or am I rebelling? Do I question? Do I push back? So I feel like his character is super interesting, and it's gonna either go one of two ways in my mind. He's either gonna fall in line and end up being Tony's, like, right hand man, or just below him or whatever, or he's gonna push back, and that's gonna be a feud.
Yeah,
and that's another feud on top of it, because I think with his Uncle Junior, I don't think he's understanding that time has changed. Like,
no,
laws have changed, technology has changed. Where Tony is trying Tony is trying to adapt to it, whereas Uncle Junior is like, no. So when Tony's doing something different, Uncle Junior is like, nah, that's not how it doesn't. That's not how it was done in the past. Like, it's not like that. But Tony maybe is trying to tell him, like, nah, it's because a lot of stuff has changed. We got to work around it.
Right. It's just like sympathy and empathy things, right? Like, I think back to the first episode when he was trying to not have them whack some dude in his friend's restaurant. It's like, bro, that's bad for business. That's my friend, like, whatever. And he's like, no, but this is the plan. We have to whack him, and the only way we're gonna do it is if he's somewhere where he's comfortable, and that's the restaurant. So, like, the mindsets are so different. Like, his is completely business first. Junior's is completely business first, while Tony has empathy, has some sort of feeling of trust for his people, right? Taking care of people. There's a disconnect, right? So in Junior's eyes, he probably sees Tony as soft. Yeah. And if they even know that he's seeing, like, a psychiatrist
and taking meds and stuff, that's why he wants to keep it a secret.
Oh yeah, that's why his wife is the only person that knows.
Although I don't even know if that's trustworthy. Maybe
his wife. Nah, she seems like...
Maybe you think so?
Yeah,
I feel like something could happen where...
I mean, obviously, characters change, characters develop, but right now, at the moment, I do believe his wife...
Yeah, right now. I'm kind of reading into, like, what could change. Because, it's, like you said with Christopher, too, like, would you say he's, like, Tony's right hand?
He's his lackey.
Yeah. He's the mentee.
He's like the guy who's with him all the time, right? And he's like learning the ropes with him and stuff like that. But I feel like in this sort of story structure, you always have that power dynamic where you have that either the person who is the leader with the right hand man, or in this case, his minion or whatever you want to call it, his lackey, whatever. And I can see Christopher turning his back to Tony, or even like betraying him going forward, because that's usually how the story structure would be written. I'm curious if they would change it somehow in this, but some of the things that are happening, it makes me feel like Christopher is going to have a change and not going to want to follow Tony around.
Right, which is super contrary to what you might think, because we're watching this episode and he did sort of have a change of heart, and he told like Brendan he wasn't gonna go do the hit on the truck and whatever. So it's
but then you see that Tony doesn't really care for that stuff. Like he still checked Christopher and was like, well, why didn't you stop him? Like, why didn't you give him like some sort of mentorship or some advice? You know, Christopher's trying to get out of the blame. He's like, I stayed home. I didn't do anything. But in Tony's eyes, he's like, should have done something.
And he's like, yeah, I want to be made. And he's like, what do we talk about leadership? Like these are the moments where you got to make the right calls, and you didn't.
And it's either Christopher is going to take that in a positive way as like constructive criticism and feedback, and he's going to build off of it, or he's going to see it as like Tony is being, you know, derogatory towards him, and he's going to take it, you know, to heart and not want to work with Tony anymore.
It's a crazy situation too, because they're dealing with a dead man. Like that's
totally by accident too.
Yeah,
but his uncle's not gonna. He's not gonna care.
No.
He's not gonna believe it. First of all,
no, he's not.
Not gonna believe it.
Oh, you told me your gun just fell to the floor and then killed the dude.
He just went off and killed the guy.
Yeah, nah.
Well, to me, the gun looked like it just shot across the street, like the other way.
Yeah,
I couldn't really. But then all of a sudden, the guy like fell down. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah,
it caught me by surprise. But that scene's wild. Also, whoever those guys are, super sloppy. Like I don't know,
clearly just off the street.
Yeah,
like, they're not used to it.
Super
They don't
sloppy.
know.
So like, I'm sure that Tony is not happy about them being involved in something so drastic that has so much impact between.
Yeah,
him
I don't
and
know
his
if he
uncle.
knows yet. Did they even say?
No, I don't think he knows.
Not.
He doesn't know who
Probably
those
not.
guys are. He probably just hired him, brought him in because maybe Christopher didn't want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. And then his mother, relationship with his mother, that is, as we're seeing, it's progressing. And it's just going to be, oof. I wonder how that dynamic is going to be as this season goes. Because I don't see her, I'd be shocked if she survives after this season. Do you think?
Surviving, yes.
You think she survived? I just think.
But I think she's going to go like,
in terms
her mind
of
is
that,
not going to be.
She's just
totally
her mind's
there.
going to continue.
She's going to be checked out
for sure.
Yeah.
By the end of it. And I wonder how Tony will adapt to it. And I don't think he's going to adapt to it well. I think it's going to continue to hurt him as the story progresses.
Yeah. I don't mean to like read into it too much, like as a Ruby just decides to leave. I don't mean to read into it too much, but it seems as though what could happen is, you know, she's pissed off at Tony for taking her to a home now, forcing her to be there, getting her a caretaker that she doesn't like. She's already like kind of losing her memory here and there. And I do think that she thinks that some of the stuff that Uncle Jerry Uncle Junior said is valid. I think that she actually like might be agreeing with him on some of those things. So I could see Tony like his mother's behavior towards him getting worse and worse, and him finally realizing that what his therapist is telling him is true. So
maybe like Junior might be visiting her a lot more at the community.
Maybe.
And that can, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm curious now.
Yeah. Try my best not to do too many predictions.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
like, but it's hard not to. There's so much going on that you want to like piece things together. But yeah, I do think it's set up for him to have some sort of realization with his mom.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's going to come to a head, but it's going to be a big turning point, I think.
Well, if it's anything like Succession, then all my predictions will be wrong. So, and I'm hoping that it is.
Yeah.
Because that'll be way more interesting.
Yeah, facts. True.
Yeah. Excited for the next one.
We are. But y'all, thank you so much for watching, listening to this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like this video, subscribe, and comment your reactions to this episode. What do you guys thought? Also, please don't spoil. Keep it into what we've talked about. I know there has people have been good. I think they know.
Yeah.
They know. But y'all, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and see you soon for episode 3 of Tony Tuesdays.
Ruby, come say bye to the people. Come here.
Come here. Say bye. Say bye.
Look in the camera. Say bye.
You want to speak? You want to speak?
Say bye.
This is the most quiet you've ever been. She's camera shy. Sorry, guys.
She's
Maybe
so
next time.
camera shy.
Maybe next time.
Peace.
Peace. High five, girl.
You're so funny. Oh, good.
Did you have fun? Did you like that? Did you like that show? Yeah, you did.